Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on that video. Wanted to get out today. It's a beautiful day. It's nice and cool. It's not so hot. It's been hot there the last couple weeks. So I wanted to record one of the trails in Long Sault on my GPS and thought it'd be a great time to show others how to record a track. The reason why I like recording tracks on my GPS is just for basically other people to know about the trail and to download it onto their GPS. There's many times I go on a website called Wikiloc, and if I'm going to hike a trail or hike a mountain that I've never been before, I like to download the GPX information onto my GPS to follow, just so I don't get lost. I'm not a fan of using phones where I hike. There's no cell reception, and you got to download the map before you go, because you can still use GPS without cell phone reception. But I'm an iPhone user. The batteries they're not as reliable. I'm not sure how reliable the Androids are, but the GPS is the best thing in my opinion for any kind of outdoor activity. The first thing you want to do before recording your track is to delete the information previously stored, meaning every time your GPS is on, it's automatically recording. So if you turn it on at home or something, or record the track and then forget to turn it off, and then you go to another hike and you turn it on, it's going to record every single track that you've ever been on. So to have a clean trail, I like to record, or I like to do some bit of housekeeping and delete all the previous stored information, and then record the track. And then when I'm done, so you have an in, record the track, and then when you have an out, I save the track and then delete all the background, all the other trails. So we'll run through that real quick, just waiting for this to boot up, and then we'll show you how to delete all that information. So the trail that I'll be recording today is the Butternut Trail. It's slightly a longer trail than the one that I did before. I think it's just going to take me just maybe around an hour, just over an hour to complete. It's a beautiful trail along the edge of the island. The shorter trail is the Chipmunk Trail. So you can see there, they both follow the edge. So the Chipmunk Trail is that one, the Butternut Trail is that one there. So I'm going to get into the bush a bit just to get out of the sun. So the first thing you want to do before you start recording the trail, like I said, is to delete all your previous recorded trails. Just a little bit of housekeeping keeps the GPS file, or the GPX file, just nice and clean, and this will be the only trail on it. So very quickly, in order to navigate to there, the fastest way I find is just pushing menu twice, and then that takes you to this with all the different apps in there. So I'm going to go to Track Manager. I'm going to push enter, and then you have all my tracks that I've saved. So I'm going to go to current track, push enter, and then so you can save the current track or you can clear it. I'm going to clear the current track, and then so I'm going to push yes. It's just basically saying every time you turn it on, it records the tracks. So there's going to be tracks all over the place if you never clear it. So I'm going to clear it, yes, and then I'm going to push menu, and then go back to the map, or you can just push page, and then a smaller menu comes in. I'm going to zoom all the way in so you can see the trails are actually on this topo map that I have, and it'll be nice and easy to follow. So now it's ready to record the track. So I'm just going to leave it on, attach it to my backpack. Once it's attached to my backpack, it's going to stay here for the entire trip, or the entire hike. And then when I'm back out to this spot, I'm going to go back in and save it. That way there, it's just that one track that is saved and not a mixed match of everything else. An example I can give is, say I don't save the track, and then next week or next month I go down to the Adirondacks and I go hike a mountain. Well, this track today, once I turn the GPS back on, this track today will still be loaded into the background. Clearly you won't see it because I'm not close to here, but it'll still be there. So if I do download the GPX file, both trails will be on there. So some housekeeping again, you want to clear the track, save the track, clear it, and start a new one for every hike. So that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go on a little nice walk. If you thought that was informative on the GPS, give me a thumbs up and stay tuned for the rest of the video. If you want to see more on how to use it and what I use it for hiking and hunting, and just the outdoors, leave a comment below and I'll make some more videos on it. So there's two ways you can take this trail. You can go either left or right, and it just basically loops back around. Last year I came down here, it was pretty overgrown. Not sure how far I'm going to get today. Most people do the smaller trail, just because it's shorter. And depending on the type of year you come, so let me adjust this here, turn down. It's a little darker in here, and I'm filming with a lens that is a constant f4. So f4, might have to bump up the ISO, maybe not. But certain times of year, I came down here the end of last summer, and not too many people were on it, and there's spider webs all across the trail, and arachnophobia set in. So I left. I could have used a stick and, as a thing in front, but depending on how many people are down here, there's a good chance that I'll see a deer if I'm quiet enough. But a buddy of mine, one year we were out in our fishing boat, and we're coming up to one of the islands up here, and we seen something in the water, and we're like, what the hell is that? It ended up being a baby deer, a fawn that was swimming back to the island. Must have got spooked. So we ended up just sort of directing it because it was going further out into the water, and so we directed it close to shore, and that happened to be where I am now, on the edge. And the deer, once it got onto land, the mother was actually waiting for it. So probably someone walking down this trail spooked the deer, didn't have nowhere else to go, so the baby sort of went into the water. And but yeah, I'm not sure what would have been the outcome, because deers do swim. The hair in the deer actually are hollow in the center, which gives them buoyancy into the water, which helps them stay afloat. But yeah, this is the island over here that you can see in my other videos. The deer actually go out to it, because I camped there one night and it was deer prints all over the place. There's an apple orchard on there too. But hopefully I can do this whole trail. The ground, I've had a few thunderstorms and the ground is pretty wet, so I don't want to get too muddy because I have to head up to Ottawa after this. Good about this trail is that there's lots of parts of this bush that's thick and then it opens up like this. It's pretty windy today, so hopefully this mic is blocking a lot of that out, but it's kind of cool. Lots of heat the last couple of days, and it runs across the edge of the island, so you get some nice views. But you can see when I get close, I'll shoot some film of the water. There's some whitecaps today, but beautiful bush, nice and open in this section. Made it back to the start. Towards the end it got a little thicker and the bugs getting a little bad. Oh, a few more people are here too. Must have went down the other trail. Alright, so now that I'm back at the beginning, I'm going to save the track and then clear it for my next one.